Hey everybody, it's Connor from Cinity Gaming, and just me again, just like CGN. This is our first Minecraft texture spotlight, and this is the ultimate HD texture pack, modern. That is the name of the texture pack, that's not what we've called it. So basically, this series we're going to be doing, instead of mod spotlights, we're going to be doing texture pack spotlights. And that's the texture pack for this week. As you can see, here are some of the trees. Like, there's a jungle tree that you just saw there. That's an oak tree. That, I think, is a spruce tree. And the one next to it is the birch tree. Now, we have created a little world that shows you most of the blocks for these texture packs. I reckon this is a very, very nice texture pack. That, obviously, as you can see there, is the oak wood. I won't read out every block because you can probably see the labels, the signs there. The wood does look very realistic, and overall, I think the texture pack just does look really realistic. Um, there is a slight downside to the fact that it looks very realistic, and that is the performance of Minecraft. I, before filming this, was using the default texture pack just to see um, like how quickly the game run, because I have recently just upgraded my computer's RAM, so I wanted to see how quickly the Minecraft run now. I was probably getting about 40 or 50 frames per second with the default texture pack. Turned this texture pack on, I think I probably got barely 10 frames per second. Um, and that's with the minimal settings. So yes, I think this texture pack really, unless you have got a gaming PC and a high-end graphics card, then this really will make your computer quite sluggish, mainly because of the high detail in it. Um, but I do have to say it does look very nice. The only thing I don't like is that diamond block. It just doesn't look very well composed. It's just like diamonds put together. Now, I will explain there are a few downsides to this texture pack. Obviously, the first one being the lagginess sometimes you'll get in your game. Um, and here, as you can see, are all the different coloured walls. That's not lagging, by the way. That is just me moving very slowly so that you can see each colour. The only downside, really, with this texture pack for every single user is that some of the textures are exactly the same as the default Minecraft one. So basically, some of the textures haven't been changed at all. The sponge one looks very similar to the vanilla Minecraft texture pack. The bookshelf, that looks awesome. And I will also say that the melon, that looks very realistic. Um, pumpkins, that also looks quite realistic. Netherrack, don't quite like the Netherrack, and there is a little bit later on where you'll get to see the Nether. That is soul sand, and as you can see there, ice is exactly the same as the normal texture. Snow is quite different, and to be honest, it looks like some kind of cheese. That is clay. Um, clay, like the actual pick up the mineable item, is different to the block in color. Gravel, that looks awesome. The mossy cobblestone, no, that just doesn't look at all good. That is exactly the same as it is in the normal texture. That's sandstone now, that looks quite good. And then we get to the chiseled sandstone and smooth sandstone, which is exactly the same as the default texture pack, which I think is the only thing that really does let this texture pack down. The website where I got this texture pack from did say that the textures were 100% finished, but it's not. Now here is one in a minute that you will definitely notice that looks the same. Stone slabs, that is definitely noticeable, but the mycelium is also definitely the same as the normal Minecraft texture. Um, Here is Nether brick. That looks quite different, and the leaves do look very realistic. I do admit that they look absolutely amazing. Actually, yeah, there is another downside as well. Here are all of the lighting. So you've got the redstone lamp, the jack-o'-lantern, and glowstone. And to the right of it, you will probably notice the not the redstone, just the torch. It has no texture at all. In fact, I'm not even sure if it emits light. Um, Now, the modern look does look absolutely amazing with this texture pack. Um, as you can see, that was the crafting bench, and this is the furnace. It's amazing how nice your oven can look from just a few, from about eight blocks of cobblestone. That is a chest. That doesn't look modern. That looks really old. And that's the trapped chest. That is the default texture. That looks absolutely terrible in this texture pack, to be quite truthful. And this is the ender chest. Now that looks like an Alienware computer. God, I wish I could have one of those. And that is the enchantment table. Looks exactly the same, apart from the book on top. Um, the dispenser and the dropper, the sides look very metallic, but the front and I think the back is exactly the same. The note block and the jukebox, they're very similar. However, the note block, as you can see there, has a speaker on the top, whereas the jukebox doesn't. Now, pistons as well, they don't actually have a texture for this. They are just the same as normal Minecraft. That is the TNT. Why it's called C4, I don't know. Um, but yeah, this is the bed. That, in my opinion, looks horrible. But everyone has their own like preferences. These three items here are anvils. I won't show you the top of those because they're exactly the same as the normal texture. Here is the redstone wire. That looks very similar as well. And also the repeater and the comparator also look very, very similar. Weighted pressure plate, that's the light one, which is the gold one. That looks quite nice. And here is the heavy weighted pressure plate. That one doesn't look irony, but yeah, that's the daylight sensor. And there is the wooden pressure plate. And as you can see, there is the stone pressure plate and the trapdoor. Trapdoor looks no different to the normal texture. Um, as you saw, there was a hopper, and there's the fence gate. And here is the tripwire. Looks pretty similar. The doors look really realistic. That, as you can probably tell, is the iron door, and that is a wooden door. So yeah, they do look very realistic. That is the redstone torch that's off, but at least it actually has a texture. That just looks like an uncolored bit of dynamite. Um, so yeah, there are some things in this texture pack that really do need patched up. Um, that is the wooden button, and you might struggle to see this, but there is a stone button on that wall. We should really have made that wood. And here are the minecarts. So you have the regular one, minecart with furnace, the minecart with hopper. There's the minecart with a chest, and the minecart with TNT. And here is the command block, which looks very similar to normal Minecraft. And here is the texture for lava, and there is the texture for water. And as you can see, there are some lily pads on the water. Um, so there are a lot of good things about this texture pack, but then there are some that lacks. Here are some of the mobs that look quite different. There is the skeleton. As you saw a minute ago, there was a creeper. Yeah, I'm just trying to kill all these off so that I actually have space to have them. The spiders, if you look at them, they sort of look quite happy, sort of quite friendly, like they're laughing or something. Obviously, they're not friendly, and they will fight back. But yes, right, zombie. They don't look much different. Obviously, they look better quality, but compared to the regular zombie, they don't look much different. The slime, they do look very high detailed. And yes, they do look quite high quality as well. I think next one's the Enderman. He looks very different. His eyes aren't as big and they're not as purple. Now I've just hit him and you'll probably hear him for ages. Cave spider, that looks very small. I know they are considerably smaller than normal spider. And obviously, same as normal Minecraft, the cave spider does have a bluish colour. The silverfish, he does look very unfriendly with all of his spikes. And obviously the bat, don't get to see much of him because he kills himself pretty much immediately. So, out here to the passive mobs or friendly mobs. They're NPC villagers. I spawned quite a few of those in because they all just run away as soon as I spawn them. That's the pig. So, sorry pig, I've just killed you. And this is a white sheep. He's running off now. And as you can see, there are some creepers in the background. This is the cow, obviously. Looks a lot higher detail than the normal cow. This is a chicken. That does look very different. The squid, that doesn't really look much different, but it is different, I think. Yeah, that definitely is different to the normal one. The wolf, yeah, he is definitely different because he has different coloured eyes. Mushroom, now he does look very different. Um, with his round eyes, and I don't think that was the wolf that I threw in the lava. I think that's another one. And there's an ocelot that you just saw run away. So now off we go into the Nether. So here we are in the Nether. That's what the Nether portal looks like. I already spawned most of these in earlier because I did record this earlier on, and then the video file corrupted, so I had to re-record it. So here are most of the Nether mobs. The only one that isn't here is the Wither skeleton, because there's no spawn egg for that. But there are like the magma cubes, magma cubes, and Blaze right there. There's a zombie pigman, and there is a ghast around somewhere, but it takes me forever to see it, so I just spawn one in. Just wait for him to turn around, which he does eventually, so you can see his ugly face. Come on, turn around, there you go. That looks quite freaky, that does. And accompanied with the very scary, freaky sound effects, and yeah. The interface and the HUD is exactly the same. Do ignore the blaze in the background. The HUD and the interface and the menus are exactly the same as the regular texture pack. So yeah, there are some very similar things with this texture pack, but overall I would say it is a great texture. Definitely go download it. There will be a link in the description. Whether if it's there straight away, I don't know, but it will be there eventually. Thank you for watching this, and hopefully next week I will be joined by Phil. So until then, see you next time.